Oh, yeah, we moving through the city, 20 East on the map. From the courts to the streets, yeah, we never look back. Armando King got the crown, I'm holding it tight. Love and loyalty, staying true in the night. Sniper on the aim, got my sights on the goal. Relationships like games, but I'm holding my soul. You knew what it was from the jump, no disguise. Family like Nems Media, got that fire in our eyes. We together, yeah, we rise, no falling apart. Sports in our veins, love deep in our hearts. 20 East family shining every night. Living for the moment, keeping it right. From the basketball courts to the studio sessions, love and connection, our biggest obsessions. You knew the deal, we grind for the fame, but family's the real prize, always stay the same. Together in the struggle, we push through the pain. Sniper hit the target, no missing the aims. Media got the voice that's loud and clear, telling stories of a family always sincere. We celebrate the wins, learn from the losses. In the game of life, no matter what it cost us. Love's the real MVP, that's how we play. 20 is forever, every single day. Together, yeah, we rise, no falling apart. Sports in our veins, love deep in our hearts. 20 is family shining every night. Living for the moment, keeping it right. The truth president, leading with the heart. Standing tall, playing his part. From the streets to the charts, he's the boss. Guiding in the family, never taking no loss. So here's to the hustle, the love and the bond. From sunrise to sunset, we respond. Armando, together, Sniper, you knew it's media. And D-Truth, president forever free. Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Respect. Welcome to 106 and chat. Hey, what's up, my sister? Together. What's
What's
going
up, bro?
on? Hey,
Nothing.
hey. I think that's our intro right there because it's a smooth jazz right there. It's smooth jazz right
Yeah, I
there.
like it.
Hey, hey, make you want to go. Hey, that right there make you fall asleep. But hey,
Get a little
smooth and
drink in your hand and vibe to the beat. Hey,
yeah, you
Armando,
can.
bro. High time.
I tell man, no respect. On this channel 106 chat, we talk about something and everybody, everything. I
Yeah,
don't
we
think we
do.
don't talk. I don't think we don't talk about the sports. We talk about love and
Yeah.
relationship. We talk about politics. We talk about real life situation and Rock respect,
Hey,
and
Rinrock.
we got some news today. We were talking on the back end. We got some news today. Shout out to that prosecutor up there, Sonia Massey.
Yes.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him
Shout out. About
because
time.
yeah, because every time you get some kind of sort of justice for a wrongful death by a police officer, it's a win. It's a win.
But you know what? This is the
Yeah.
thing that I wish. Okay, God forbid, say something happened to someone I knew. I would not just take the money You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes people take the money and those officers are still allowed to do certain things. But with
Yeah,
me, I think that I would add a different stipulation that this person could never be hired again in anywhere working in the community. Not only that, I would hold the police department accountable and make them be accountable for the officers that they're putting out on the streets. I would have mental health evaluations, a lot, not just those. You know how you see the movies with Martin Lawrence. I forgot the name of it, where he's doing the police, and then a girl or a monster you pow pow at. It would be a really really deep type of training that I would implement, because you have to know what the mindset of that person is. If this person has a prejudice or anything like that, if they have anger issues, or you have to find out psychologically what defects they have before you put them out on the streets. You understand
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. And I'm saying this right here. I read this right here. Being corrupt, sometimes you need to keep your mouth closed. I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
Sometimes he got to keep his mouth closed. Ain't no he first. You're a lawyer. You're supposed to know some laws. For them to come to the conclusion of first degree murder, you got to have intent. Intent. It was no intention there. She called about a private being outside the house, and the cop got scared. He fired. There was no malice intent what he tried to do. He did it. He tried to cover up, but there was no intent. You see what I'm saying? People got to understand these laws. For first degree, second degree manslaughter, it's the intention of that person that did it. People need to learn. Some lawyers don't even know some of the laws. Like him, why you
Right.
gonna go sue first? Why you gonna go sue first? Wait till trial over, then get your money. See that's the problem I had with some of these attorneys. Don't get me wrong, Brent Crump will get you the money. Some of these other lawyers will get you the money, but I don't want the money first. Let me get some kind of justice first.
Well, they
See what
think
I'm
that
saying?
they could just pay us off. And see, that's something that's been going on for a minute. And it's not just with the black race, it's with every race. There was in the city of Pasadena out here in California, there was a Caucasian kid. He lied and called the police. We don't know how and why, if they even had contact. I don't know what happened, but he lied, and there was a black kid running with his ear pods. I guess he was working out, and the Caucasian kid called the police and said that the guy had robbed him, and they were telling the black guy to stop, but he wasn't paying attention because he had his ear pods on running. And so
Yeah,
after the police actually took the life of that young man, come to find out that that Caucasian kid put in a false report. There was never any type of connection. And the police, instead of the family just taking the money, they added extra stipulations. And that's why I say, instead of just taking the money, it needs to be extra stuff added. If you need,
yeah,
if you know what I'm saying.
yeah. I'm gonna say this right here. It doesn't matter. I don't care what skin tone you are. I don't care what city you live in, what state you live in, what county, whatever. It's like this: right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna call you out on it. Cause if you're wrong, how in the world? If nowadays there's a whole lot of people walk around with earbuds in, right, in their ear, right, and they not paying
Yeah.
attention. They not paying attention, and this is what I don't get: how some of these nosy people that want to be good citizens call the police. Oh, he or she got a gun. Okay, but that's a phone in his hand. How can you mistake it? How you hold a phone is not how you hold a gun. Two different ways you hold it. How you get that mixed up? You need to go get your eye checked. You notice, you know the first thing come out of my mouth. Oh, I thought he had a weapon. That's the first thing come out of their mouth, ain't it?
But it was a police officer that that had said that's the first thing that they do in order to try to get out of getting in trouble, when they definitely know that there was no weapon in their hand.
yeah, and I think I seen a story that this sheriff deputy somebody arrested the guy. He was on the other side of the street, riding his bike. He got out the bike, recording the police doing their job. Supposed to do the job, and they got mad. Then all of a sudden, the DA dropped the charges. See, if you're a civil servant, you out there doing work, you want to be protected and serving. I can stop and film you, low down and impede your investigation of what you're doing.
Right.
If you get mad because I'm videoing you and on live videoing you, that tells me you was up to no good.
Right. I saw something like that recently. It was a man or a woman being I think it was a guy being arrested, and the lady was far back. It was a woman. She was far back. She wasn't anywhere near. She zoomed in, so she could see, and the police officer walked up to her and was standing in her way, and she kept moving around, and then he slapped her phone to the ground. So when they went to court, he got fired because they said she was nowhere near you, and they could see how many times she zoomed in. And for him to walk over and to mess with her, she had every right to record. So he got fired.
Yeah.
And the police department got sued. Hi, everybody.
Respect to my other Cali sister, Monique Hill, in the house. That's your Cali sister right there together.
Yes, that's my Cali sister.
She don't play no games. She like you.
Yeah, she know these folks out here crazy.
Hey, they know what you told me and Mondo, right? We come to California. Y'all, you know when you told me and Mondo that we come to California that well you got us, right? She said the same thing. Whenever y'all come to California, hey, let her know. Oh, okay. We sure let you know.
I didn't say I got y'all. I don't got nobody.
But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm saying.
Look. I'm gonna have to be. We gotta be careful out here in California. They done cut them EBT cards. we gotta creep around. We might get put on the grill thinking we are barbecue rib or something.
Look. Hey, we gotta do a TLC move, dude. Creep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. God, dog. What do you think about this crazy thing that with this? I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there for all the people in the back. I'm gonna put it out there together. All the people in the back.
And the ones on the little yellow bus.
The yellow bus, the scooter, whatever you want to be on, with that little helmet on, with that dunce cap on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this. Our folks, the brown skinned, black skinned, melanated black folks.
They gotta be smart. I ain't claiming no dumb black folks now.
Yeah, but let me hear me out. We are on the bottom tier of the totem pole EBT. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. And guess what? Look, I'm gonna ask this question to you together and the chat. Who you think gonna be the majority of the people going doing all this stuff? Who they think gonna be the majority of the people going doing this stuff? Who are you gonna see on TV doing this stuff? That's a question.
What you mean? Like people doing the robbing and stuff?
Yeah.
I tried to tell you, but nobody want to listen to me, so I'm gonna let you go on and say what you gotta say.
Look at, they gonna show majorities black folks doing all this stuff. Am I right?
Go on. Am I right? I'm gonna be quiet. Go on, talk.
And we know it ain't gonna be majority of us, but they gonna show the other folks. They ain't gonna show them light tone folks with the silky hair. They ain't gonna show them folks doing it. They ain't gonna show them other folks doing it. They gonna just show us doing it if it do happen. But if you are one of them, my brothers and sisters out there, they got EBT, they gonna get cut off the first of the month. I'm gonna take you for this misinformation that some people are putting out here, some black folks putting out here. If you still got some money on your EBT after November 1st, you still can use it. You still can use it.
They might take you back.
They might. But what I'm saying is, there's some of the smart folks that doing it the right way. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about the ones that up there crying. Why in the hell you gonna come on social media? Say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. If they do this, they do that. I'm gonna go do this. They better not stop me. And for the employees in these stores, don't be trying to be Superman, Batman, Robin, Flash, Thor, Wonder Woman. Don't try to be a superhero. Get out the way. That ain't your shit. They ain't your shit.
They up in the security because them folks. And like Mondo has said this, and somebody came on live and said it. They said, well, first this Mondo said the same thing. He said that people gonna start bopping you upside your head for your groceries. He said this months ago, and then somebody came on live and said that if they don't get their SNAP EBT, they're gonna stake out the grocery stores and they're gonna start robbing folks on their groceries. So I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna go to the store. And I'm gonna buy a bunch of dog food, and I want them to rob me.
Do what you do. That'll work. Go buy some stuff that ain't good for you. Go buy some saltine crackers and stuff like that. Go buy some stuff that healthy. Hey, go buy some stuff that's healthy for you.
Yes, they will. They'll still get it. Food is food.
Mm-hmm. But I put it like this right here. If you're gonna do all of that, why put it on social media? Because guess what? They're gonna go scour the social media and see who said they're gonna do what. And you're gonna get that knock on the door. And you're gonna feel dumb. And you're gonna feel dumb as hell.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, I want people to understand. I got to keep saying it because I don't just look at American news. That's why I know a little, like different things. But I've also been scouring, not on purpose, TikTok, where I've been coming across a lot of people, different ethnic backgrounds. And it was a Latino guy in particular. He said he was mad. He was ranting and raving, saying, y'all cutting off my MF and SNAP, my MF and benefits. How the F you think I'm going to feed my kids? And then somebody in his chat told him, you need to get a job. He said, get a job. I don't need no mother effing job. He said, y'all, it's y'all mother effing job to take care of us. What the F you think this is? I mean, it was just a bunch of beep, 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 beep. What, he was saying the real words. And he said, it's American people jobs to take care of them. And he said, I'm a boss. I don't need to work. He said, just run me my MF and EBT. I'm like, wow, you really are entitled. I ain't worked a day in my life. Okay, but you steady making damn kids. You steady making kids, and it's our job to take care of you and your funky ass woman.
But think about that. I got one exactly just like that, and she's this woman is Caucasian, right? She said she been getting EBT SNAP for 16, 17 years, or 20 some years, something like that. Basically since 1990 something, you know what I'm saying? She mad. Hell, what people fail to realize what that system was made for, to help you get on your feet, get you through tough times, and go get out there and get some jobs. It might not be the job you want, but at least it's a step. At least you're trying. But some of y'all just lazy as hell. I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
it. Y'all lazy as hell. Yeah, y'all want to
we
call
are.
us lazy. Y'all want to call black folks lazy. No, y'all lazy as hell.
They
Cause we
are
were lazy.
lazy.
Yeah,
But
some of them
what?
lazy.
Not only that, Monique, attest for me in the chat. Tell me if I'm wrong. Monique, I know she know. These Latinos out here, and I'm not targeting them, but I'm targeting them for what we've seen. They will get SNAP and EBT, and they will come out the store with like 10 baskets, or maybe I'm exaggerating, and they will pile their shit up in their SUVs and their friends' SUV, and they will go home and they will cook their stuff on EBT money. And next thing you know, you'll see a cart outside on the corner where they're selling tacos $4 and $5 off of EBT. And next thing you know, after some amount of time, they got a brand new Mexican restaurant. And they're taking that same EBT, buying the food for that restaurant, and they're selling it for cash money. And then they end up with big houses and stuff and brand new cars and all this stuff. And I'm like, why is the government not paying attention to this stuff? But when you got we had a black guy, he had a truck, a food truck,
Hmm.
and it was a wide street. It wasn't obstructing anything, and he had people coming to get his food, and he was cooking some good food. The police pulled him over. All his credentials were all in order, and they kept harassing this man to the point where he just left the area. And then a Hispanic person pulls up and do the same thing, and they don't say nothing, but they ended up busting them because all their stuff was out of order. Their food wasn't properly
You maintain.
stored. It
Yeah.
wasn't clean. They didn't have the right license. The license expired. All kinds of stuff, and they said nothing, and they steadily buying the food.
But think about this though. Think about this. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Just think if it'd be an uproar if our people did that same way that these immigrants, I ain't gonna say illegal, legal, whatever immigrant. I'm just saying immigrant.
They illegal. I don't give a damn. They illegal.
Hey, so some illegals doing the same damn thing. So I put them all in the same boat.
I don't care. They still.
I put them all in the same boat. Just
I'm
think
not
if
putting them in the same boat because
I'm telling
everybody ain't black.
now what I'm saying. Listen, hear me out. The illegals might be doing. The illegals might be doing it too. So and just think if a whole lot of our people, melanated black people doing that. You think that it'd be more of an uproar? You see what I'm saying?
It
It's a
wouldn't work.
different. No, I was just saying, if more black people doing the same thing they were doing, guess what? It'd be more of an uproar because we were doing it and we're doing better than they would. You see what I'm saying? Because our food is a whole lot better. See, I seen this woman. Why the way you gonna go in the store, get a cut for the food? Where the hell you gonna put it?
Do what
What
she
the
did?
heck?
What?
She had about 3 carts full of food on EBT. I'm
You
like,
know what
what
she
you?
gonna do with it?
Oh, I'm tell you who really mad. I'm tell you who really mad. I'm tell you who really mad. The one that sells some of their stamps. They stamp EBT for cash. They really mad right now.
They busted a whole bunch of folks out here for that. Oh, they always busting stores out here for that. They
Yeah.
look, they'll go into the hair salon, not the hair salon, but the beauty supply store,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll buy their food stamps to get some hair and stuff.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't like this right here. I don't care who it is, legal, illegal, black, white, purple, green. I don't care who you are. If you're doing something illegal, doing stuff illegal with your EBT that with you for therefore for temporary use, and you too damn lazy to go get a damn job. Don't be so too damn lazy. Why you teach your kid be how to be
Man,
lazy?
these people don't care.
But I gotta hand it to some of the kids though. I gotta hand it to some of the kids. They don't turn out like their parents. They don't turn out like their parents, and that's why some of y'all kids don't f with y'all right now. After they growed
You know
up,
what? I
cause they
used
know
to
you
work.
effed up.
I used to work for the welfare office um, in a city in Los Angeles, and I was a clerk. They like when you have an appointment with your social worker, you pull that file, they give you the information and you go pull that file, and that social worker, you take the file and you put it on the social worker's desk. The truth. I was like the guy I was dating at the time, because I was in school at the time, and his sister was acting real bougie, and I didn't really like her. And so I went to work and they asked me to pull this one particular file. Why did I end up pulling my boyfriend's family's file?
Wait a minute. You wound up pulling your boyfriend family file.
That file was so big.
Damn.
It was so big. And then they had two of them. It was real big. It was like one of the big old giant stretch manila type envelopes at the time. That file was so big. And I was like, okay, I'll bring it. And I was looking, I saw his name, I saw his sister's name, I saw all his family name. I'm like, oh my God, they've been on that stuff for a long time. So back in the day, they had all the papers. Every time they did something with you, they stuck it in the file. And I just sat there and I said, wow, she got a nerve to be bougie and look down on me and be snotty, and she getting public assistance. What the hell? I never said nothing, but I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I actually pulled my boyfriend at the time's family file.
Well, think about this. Some of the people that own that stuff right there, they do act bougie. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Look, cause they got on EBT. I don't care what skin tone you're on. I don't care where you from. Cause you got a house full of food, you got this, you got that. But you're on government assistance, but you want to act bougie.
Mm-hmm.
You can't act bougie when you know you don't have no. Tommy, you don't have no job. And that's what they said on Monday. That's what they told Tommy. You don't have no job. You don't have no job.
Yep.
So why you acting bougie?
Yeah, I don't look down on people that get welfare. Because like some people really, and you know what bothers me? All seriousness, you have kids that have families that send them kids to school for them to get those 2 meals per day, because they don't have enough money or food to sustain those kids the rest of the evening. So they tell them kids to make sure you eat, don't skip lunch. And the kids eat. So now no SNAP, no EBT. What are them kids going to be eating at home on the weekends? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you this right here. I'm going to say this right here. It's especially sad for some of the people that are doing what they're supposed to be doing. It affected them. You know what I'm saying? It affected them kids. And and I see some of them like able-bodied people need to go to work. They need to go to work, right? And
they don't want to.
No, they don't. They don't want to. And I was looking at something on. Hold on, let me see. Can I find it again? Hold on, see. Can I find it again? What gets me. It gets me from this right here. See, when a woman says this from the woman K, right? This from the woman K. This what gets me. You worry about this. This says right here. Getting sex from a man is the easy thing in the world. These men are Mr. Easy D, while telling women they have no value. What she can't get, make it make sense. How are you valuable if any woman can't get it? I'm like this right here. That's the propaganda of a woman saying the stuff she's saying, instead of trying to help a woman, a man trying to help a man come up out of their situation, right? And then there's some that don't want the help. because they they are they used to that lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? They life try to I don't see. I'm gonna say it. If you trying to use the system, okay, I ain't got no problem with it. But don't go try to make something out of nothing. See,
Right.
I'm like this. What she said, what I got from what I just read is, oh, a man just gets sex for a woman when he want to. No, it's the women that she's trying to defend. Put it away. It's easier for a woman to get sex for a man than a man is to get sex for a woman. It's easier for certain people who you know in the system to get what you're gonna get. You feel what I'm saying? And it's easy to abuse the system. I don't care what system it is. I don't care what system it is. It's easy to abuse it. And guess what? It don't got so far out of hand. Now they trying to control it. It's just like the wildfires in California that happened back during the summer, right? It ain't easy to control the wildfire, is it? It ain't
No, not
easy.
if. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna say this. Had they listened, because I had so many jobs, it ain't even funny. Because until I found the right job, I was taking care of this elderly man. He was like the first firefighter in the city that I lived in, and he had wrote this whole thing up where he was saying that they should put sprinkler systems up in the mountains in case a fire breaks out. So let's say you sprinkle you saturate the ground an hour once a week.
Yeah,
So that means all the trees and everything is moist. So when the fire sparks, it's too moist for a fire to literally catch on. And
yeah,
he had given this proposal, he said, many years ago. He was about 80 something years old when I was working with him. And he said I had given them this proposal many times and they kept, telling me no, 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 no. So this is the problem. If they were to have taken his advice and put that system together, that wildfire would have never happened in the capacity that it did. But the problem is when Donald Trump visited California for himself, and I can tell you now, there are paths that you can actually drive to, stop, and then walk up trails, and you can see where it's a pile of just trash, like like leaves, branches, just everything, just laying there, and that stuff that needs to be picked. What are the park rangers doing? Sitting on their asses? We're
yeah.
paying you to be a park ranger. That's something that you should be cleaning up. Now, if all that debris had not been there, I don't believe that it would have had that much ammunition to burn.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right here. I like what you just said. He gave them. I'm saying his opinion, his suggestion. I'm tell you what it was. They didn't reject his suggestion, right? They didn't reject his suggestion of what to do, right? You know why? You know why they rejected it? Because they didn't come up with it. It was too. It was too. It too much. It was too much like right. It sounded too good. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, the firefighters don't get paid. If there's not a fire, the firefighters don't get paid. So that was another reason why they rejected it, because they needed the fires in order for the firefighters to have a job.
Yeah, and
Because when there are no fires out here, they lay them off.
yeah, and think about this right here. Think about this right here. And when that happens, and people home gets taken, people not moving back into their community, and 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 here comes some of these other folks that don't hit the lottery or whatever, want to buy out that land. That says the city, the county, the state,
That's
the
it. Set
government.
up to me.
Yeah, they greedy. They greedy, especially if it's driving out from, let's say, neighborhoods that's not pretty, right? Let's say they driving out them folks. get the land for cheap, and then when you build something on it, guess what? The people that lost their homes from that land, from that part of town, they can't move back in there because they can't afford it.
No, they can't afford it. Let me tell you something. Eaton Canyon, Altadena, all up in there that burned down. Um, those properties are worth millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. Those are not cheap properties, not at all in the least. All those properties that burnt down is equivalent to Palisades.
Yeah,
I'm talking about because Shaquille O'Neal mother lived up there, Terry Crews. It's a lot of stars that lived up in those areas and their homes burnt down, but they're not speaking out saying anything. They have the money to have it redone, but the governor, like I said, I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't need nobody coming after me. He was making it hard for the insurance companies to stay here in California because he wanted to keep charging, taxing, charging, taxing. And one lady in particular for insurance in the mountain area for 1 year was like $24,000.
yeah,
That's how greedy they were getting, with the insurance and stuff.
yeah. But I'm saying it's kind of funny how you notice how like Compton, Crenshaw, them places like that. Why they don't never get hit by fire? Or hardly
Because
ever do.
it's not a mountainous area. It doesn't have as many trees as the areas that got hit. Those
Yeah,
areas that got hit by the beach is nothing but trees and stuff like that. So those areas are going to get hit because the mountains are so close. So
yeah.
that's why they got hit the way that they did. If you look, it's all mountainous where the fires took place.
Oh yeah,
The
oh yeah, yeah,
flatlands are easier to put out because there are no trees and stuff like that.
yeah. And then you don't have that. I'm going to explain something to some folks. Uh, I used to be a firefighter, right? And in the mountain area where she's talking about, the wind could blow different ways. You don't know where the wind gonna blow. And I went to the one fire scene, right?
Hmm.
It was a trailer fire. See, no we not said firefighter is a more dangerous job than police officer. At least police officers know what they going into, where they go, a possibility what they're going into. When you firefighter, you don't know what people got in that house.
Yeah,
We
you
went to
don't
this,
have any protection, no weapons on you.
mm,
You're going in there blinded with no
mm.
no vest, nothing.
And we went to this fire, right? And once we got it out, you know what we found out that was in that fire?
What?
It were rifles, it was guns and bullets.
Oh wow.
And if we didn't put that fire right, get that blaze down, and it got
Oh,
to
that
them
stuff would have
bullets,
exploded. Them
yeah,
bullets would have been pow 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 pow
yeah.
pow.
And then we was at this other scene early in the morning. It was the attic. We don't put the fire out, and soon as we stepped out, that ceiling came down.
Oh wow.
See, and I'm not just saying that that a policeman job is not dangerous. It's not dangerous. It's dangerous, but at least they know what kind of situation they're going into. What the possibility, the suspect might have a gun, might not have a gun, whatever, whatever. But when a firefighter goes to a scene like a wildfire, they don't know which way that fire is going to go. They don't know which way that
Hmm.
wind going to blow that fire. They don't know what that the person got in their house.
But you know what? When it comes to the mountainous area, so what it is like a gulf. We call it a gulf. So what happens is the weather, the whatever the temperature is, it gets trapped in that area and it just keeps circulating in a circle, keeps
Yeah,
going round and around and around and around. So um I remember one time before this fire broke out, they had another fire up there in the Altadena area, and I was with my cousin, and they had we was up there eating and laughing, and all of a sudden we don't know how the fire started, but it had taken off really, really fast. We were actually trapped. We were literally trapped. We couldn't get out of the mountain. We couldn't go nowhere. So everybody's like, what we gonna do? I got the water hose and I told them to take the swimming pool water because it was a bunch of us. And I said, just saturate everybody's property next door. And so I sat on top of the roof of the house with the water hose, and I just let the water hose soak their roof, and then I sprayed it on their neighbor's roof, and then I sprayed the water because the embers were coming down. They were coming down real fast, and they were like, "Oh my God!"
Hold on for a minute. I'm going to tell you, it ain't the flames that starts to start a fire. It's the embers that starts another fire. I just want to put it out there for people that don't know that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the embers were coming down. They were coming down like really, really heavy. And so I don't know how the neighbor got through, the firefighter, but they got through, and they was like, "Oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you." And I was like, "Just turn your water on." So they went to it was like a bunch of people by this time, and everybody climbed up on each other's roof and started wetting down the roof. And they was like, "Man, she got quick thinking. I saved them people houses." And they was like, "Oh my God." And I didn't know it was a city official house that I actually helped save. And they had dogs on the inside. But I just started wetting the house. I thought about, like, if that was my house, I would want somebody to do that for me. And I didn't want no reward or nothing. And they was like, "Oh, we can pay." I don't want no money. It's dogs in there. I like animals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the thing about
Hi, Static.
Hey, Static. Hey, cuz and people don't understand that we are all human. We all bleed the same. We got different skin tone. We got to have different hair texture, whatever. But we all humans. And we all got to live in this world. And sooner or later, we're going to have to learn how to get along. Because if we cannot help each other like you did what they did, like you did.
Right.
And, there's some people who's like, "Oh, I want this." They want the recognition of being patted on the back.
Nah.
Now, there ain't no recognition of being patted on the back. You say yours. Why would I want to save my spot, not saving yours?
Right.
And yeah, so it is. We just do what we do. You know what I'm saying? We do what we do.
Yeah, we had many scares because I lived in the mountain area. We had so many like fires that broke out, and then we would have like they call the Santa Ana winds, the ones that come like really, really strong. It knocked out the power, and we didn't have any power for like a week. I mean, living in the mountains is so much stuff. We had mountain lions coming down. We got birds coming down, all kinds of coyotes, all kinds of animals coming down. Like when them fires happen, they come down because they looking for food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
and another thing, I'm going to tell you this right here. I don't care who get mad when I say this. You can agree or disagree with this. This is not our land. I don't care what skin tone you are. This is not our land. These animals were here before we was.
And that's true. That's true.
These animals were here before we was. So guess what? We took what they had. What kind of reparation they got? Nothing.
I know, especially in the mountains. In the mountains, they're constantly building and driving these animals up out of their natural habitat, and you wondering why you would sleep at night and your ring camera going off is a mountain lion walking through your backyard because you invaded on their property. What the heck is wrong with these folks? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not worth it. It's really not.
And we could talk about that all night long. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get your take on this right here.
Okay.
For the first part of what I had read, right? She goes on to say, personally, when I saw a man with sex a ratchet or raggedy chick, he lost her respect. Sexually.
Wait a minute. What?
She said personally, when she saw a man with sex a ratchet or raggedy chick, he lost her respect.
Well, that's her opinion.
Yeah, it's her opinion, but it also his and that woman what they want to do is what they
Is
want
it?
to do.
But ain't nobody say nothing if you deal with a bum and a thug,
There you go.
a
And
jailbird.
yeah, and she got a child. I don't know if she married or not, have a boyfriend or with the baby dad or not. You see what I'm saying? So okay, I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold that piece for right now. She said sexually disciplined men are high value to her. Okay. I take that for what she said. Sexual discipline men are high value to her. Okay, that's your opinion. Okay,
Well, it's good to have a man that's sexually disciplined. I mean, that means that he's not out there being, everything that's moving. He ain't out there sticking. That means he has discipline. But that
yeah,
don't mean that he's a good guy.
yeah. And another thing I want to take from that. Okay, okay. He's a high value man, but the thing is, he is high value. Are you willing to give it to him when he wanted?
Hmm.
That's the question she need. That's the question I need answer. Are you willing to give it to him when he wanted?
Well, if she think he's high value and she thinks that because he's sexually disciplined, I'm sure she'll give it to him because she feels like the being disciplined part is worth her giving it up. But you could be disciplined, high valued, and see, people tend to think that people that have a lot of money, high value, all these things, they don't have issues too. Like for years, you know how you get celebrities and you're like, oh, I wish I had their life. But then you find out their story that they were being abused and cheated
Yep,
on and all these
yep,
other things. And you don't see that. So you can't just say because he's sexually disciplined, he's a good man. He could be
yeah.
disciplined and and be an abuser or addict or something.
Or something. Yeah, and sensitive disciplined men are high value to her. Okay. See, when I look at the word high value, right? Most people look at the word high value, they think dollar signs, right? They think dollar
Yeah.
sign. Okay. Let's take the dollar sign out of it, right? Is a man high value? Is he working a 9 to 5, doing what he's supposed to do, and paying his bills, doing all things he's doing is sexual, and got that discipline? Would you still talk to? The question I would ask her: would you still talk to him? Would you still give him a chance?
If you was a manager at McDonald's and you had a job and you worked every day, you kept all the bills paid and you kept food on my table, you kept transportation, you high value to me.
There you go. High value to different people is it goes a long way. And then she goes on saying, but every man seems to think he's have high value and want it simply because he has a penis. Wait a minute, hold on. Um, lady, lady. I need to contact her, get her on my show. Cause I eat her alive. I eat her alive. You know what I'm saying? Cause guess what?
No, you
If
won't. No, you won't, because she'll
oh
be loud mouth and
yeah,
disrespectful, and you.
yeah,
No, you
yeah,
won't.
yeah. Cause I be hitting her with the truth. Cause guess what? Don't ever just by I'm gonna say a majority of women think they queens, right? Majority of women think they queens, right?
I'm not no queen. I'm a woman.
But you know what I'm saying. As a high value woman, you know what I'm saying. Everybody think they some women think they are queen. They are it. They are the one. They are 10. You see what I'm saying? And why not a man have self confidence, self think he have value? You see what I'm saying? Why take that away from a man? Why take that away
You
from a
got
man?
you got the wrong word today. They don't think they the queen. They that I'm that bitch. That's the new
Yeah.
word. I'm that bitch.
Hmm. Yeah. And why do? It, but she said every man seems to think he's have. Yeah. I'm. Hey, I don't think I know I have value because I got a brain to think, and I don't know go do reckless stuff. All depends on how you what you determine a high value man. You see what I'm saying? It's in is that in that one percent what she consider high value. Cause you can't speak, cause she can't speak for every woman. I can't speak for every woman. I can't speak for every man. See, That was some of the,
Right, right. Hold on a second. I'm listening.
that's why some of these life coaches get it all twisted. They want to throw everybody in the same bunch. You can't throw everybody in the same doggone bunch. You can't do that. You can't do that. And let me see something to come in. And then she goes on and say, there is a difference between a peasant and a king. What's the difference? What's the difference in the peasant and the king? A peasant could be a king, but you got to see his worth. Because if you don't see his worth, how he gonna see your worth? See, that's what people fail to realize. You got to see worth in each other. Cause he's a peasant to you, but he might be a king to somebody else.
Yeah, that reminds me when you said that. That reminds me of Taraji P Henson and that dude on Think Like a Man. Because she was with Morris Chestnut, he had a big old giant to-do job, and he drove a luxury car. And this man was starting off trying to open up his food truck. She looked at him like he was a peasant, and then she dumped him for this nobody, and he didn't care nothing about anything that she had going on.
See that. See that why that why I keep using her as an example, right? That's why I keep using her the stuff on Facebook as a example of women saying stuff that sounds stupid. Because high value is different to different people. A pleasant could be a king to somebody else. A king could be a pleasant to somebody else. If this woman's trying to run her household, trying to wear the pants in the family, not listen to a man, get whatever, and she said, "Oh, I got me a king," but you trying to run the household, he a peasant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the woman got a man and he's a peasant, but she let him run the household, guess what? He's the king, right? You see how that works? There you go. You see how that works? So, let's get to some of the comments that was in the chat. Let's get to some of the comments that was in this thing right here. Then she goes on to say, if you can get sex from a man, you can get anything you want from him. He's open. BS. Man, you know that BS.
She talking about a weak man, a man that is driven by vagina.
A simp.
That's what she talking about.
Basically, she talking about a simp, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't, she said, she just don't understand men wanting to give women sex for free and easy. Hold up. Want to give women sex for free and easy. Think about that for a minute.
It doesn't make sense.
No.
None of it makes sense. She's just talking gibberish.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. So we go on a date. We could say Ben take a woman out on a date. So basically you saying women going on, some women that go on a date, they just want to eat.
Actually, if you take me on a date, I'm not about to give you no sex. I'm sorry. You gotta tell me up front what we doing, because I'm not about to have sex with you for no meal. That's not gonna happen.
But that's some men don't want that. They just want the conversation and see how it goes. You see what I'm saying? But some women just want, I want to go with this, I want to go with that. What do you want to go there for? How you go? Do you go by yourself? Some women just want the status to place on social media. Oh, I went here. That's basically what she said about men, right?
I guess.
Come on.
You should be grateful. Like, I mean, if a guy, it depends on the guy. If he's a jerk, so that's why I said you got to get to know these people before you try to go out on a date with them. You know what I'm saying? Talk to him and see where his headspace is. Because if he want to take you to McDonald's and you know that he can afford more than McDonald's, but he's trying to be an asshole, I'm not going to go out on a date with you. Never mind. Yeah. Because I know that you could do more than McDonald's. You're trying to treat me like maybe someone that dogged you out. I'm not that female. Don't mix me up with her. Now, if you take me to a nice restaurant, I'm going to say, what is my limit? That's what I'm going to ask you. What can I order? Yeah. What is my limit? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to respect you, because I'm not going to sit up here and just say, oh, I'm going to have this and I'm going to have it. I'm going to say, what is my limit? what is my limit? And I'm gonna be respectful about it.
Yeah, but well, we know how some of the goes that she said she don't even call men valueless. Some men may carry less value, but geez, most women have some kind of value. But carry less value. But the thing is, that it's still value. Value.
But she's talking gibberish, and it
I
doesn't
know.
make sense.
I know. I know
And
it
and
don't.
personally, it's giving me a headache even trying to put what her dumb words mean together.
I'm like, hey, I like what this guy. I like what this guy said. It's a easy. It's easy because that's what men want. Duh. Get the man to marry you though.
That part.
That part. That part right there. See, thing. I'm thinking the easy. I'm gonna ask this question to the people in the chat and to you and anybody go watch replay. Who is easy for to get sex? Is it easy for a man to get sex or a woman to go get sex for a man?
You know what? Really, you can't really say because it depends. Now, if you got an inexperienced girl that really like a guy and he knows how to manipulate her and to make her give up her virginity, I would say the man. But if you have a woman that's sure about herself and she has morals and values and she's been around her dad and her brothers and they taught her the games that men play, I wouldn't say so. I would say it's easy for the men, because a man is trying to get, he's a man.
Yeah,
Not giving him an excuse, but that's what they do. Men, a lot of men have sex way before a lot of females do because that's what society tells them that they need to do. You a man when you get your poontang. You a man if you get you some poontang. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And that's
yeah,
been embedded in a lot of men, and a lot of men have been misled and misguided. So they the first ones. It's easy for them to get poom poom, and you know what I'm saying. Or
yeah,
some older woman knows that he's a virgin and she want to break him in first.
yeah. See,
But I want
I
to
like.
ask you a question. I want to
Yeah.
ask you a question. There was a story. Well, there's a star. He's actually a celebrity. I don't have the picture, but one of the things that disturbed me is that the lady is in her 50s, and I believe the guy is in his 30s, and he's married to her. Why is society so against older women dating younger men, but you have men that are 80 years old sleeping with a 30-year-old female? I don't think that's right.
Hmm.
What's the
I'm,
problem?
I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna say this right here. I don't see no problem in either one. I see a problem, but I don't see a problem. Whatever floats your boat. We don't whatever floats your boat. And if a man sleep with if an older man sleep with a younger woman, he call him they call they gonna call him
A
a
sugar
cradle
daddy.
robber. Yeah, they gonna call her. They gonna call her. Yeah, all he want is his money, right?
Right,
An older woman and a younger man. You don't hardly hear that terminology, which is both
right,
which both which both is wrong, which both is the same thing, but different
right,
genders. And
right,
you hear, and majority of the time you hear an older man with a younger woman, right?
right.
But
But why is it
now,
so?
go ahead.
Okay, because Ariana Grande, um, this is the report that's out allegedly, but I believe it. Ariana Grande, they're basically calling her like a homebreaker. She breaks up like this one star. He divorced his wife for her, so now she got bored of him and she dumped him. So now it's another guy. He's young and he's married, but he's married to a woman that's like 20 years his senior, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's disgusting," and they're just saying all kinds of hateful stuff. But I'm like, What's the difference between an older man and an older woman? There's no difference. You know what I'm
Ain't no
saying? The
different.
woman, she still looks very nice for her age, but you got
But
this old man that look decrepit, like
yeah,
that's with
I'm
a
gonna
young 30-year-old girl.
say I'm gonna say this right here. She did what she did, right? Allegedly, she did what she did. He did what he did. He thought she loved him, and it wasn't no talking about. Oh, see, once he got a divorce, it probably wasn't no. I want to stay with you, whatever, whatever. Okay, that
No, they
happened.
got engaged. They got engaged after he divorced his wife.
Yeah, but I look like this right here. If you do something stupid like that, I don't care, man. When you do something stupid like that, and excuse me, and the one you divorced, and the one you divorced, and the one that you was just with now, okay, man and woman, it don't work out for you, and the one that you divorced, and they making strides, if especially if you ain't got no kids,
No, they got
I'm like,
kids.
yeah, and I'm like that. Oh, you can see your kids, but I want nothing else to do with you.
Right,
You see what I'm saying?
right.
That's the point. That's the point of the situation right there. And this woman came back in this right here. Came back and said this right here. Ministry is not in keeping sex from women. It's him refusing to stay committed in one relationship. No, it's not him refusing to stay committed in a relationship. The question is how the relationship was built. See what I'm saying? That's the question. While women's strength is not giving it up to just anyone but choosing wisely. And honestly, who cares about Mr. Easy D when he's not what you want? Forget about the men who devalue you and put your energy in the men who do value you like a human being. See, the thing is, I like what she just said there. I like what this woman just said. See, the woman the men that value the women, some that value the women, they don't want that man. Some women don't want that man. I'm right or wrong on that.
You got those women that don't value a good man.
Because they don't value themselves. You notice that, right? That's something. We're gonna go back to the EBT thing. This woman, I think she said she had 9, 10, 12, some 12 kids, and she 9 kids, and she pregnant with triplets, or twins, something like that. I'm like, that's a woman that don't value herself. But
What? That
yet
she
you,
has 9 kids? Are
they
they
got
all
two.
with the same daddy?
I don't know, but she got twins. She pregnant with twins and on EBT, and they be able to get cut. You see what I'm saying? I
But
can
you know
see
what?
what.
Some people use the welfare department, like they use that. And I told you guys the story before. There's a family friend. She's Latino, and the father is a black man, and she stays under her maiden name. And what happens is they asked her, and they put him on child support. So they took the money from him from child support, and they mailed the check back to her. So he was basically not paying child support
Yeah,
because they was getting the money right back, but they were getting food stamps and they were getting Medi-Cal. So they were getting all the other benefits, and the man was living right in the house with her, and he was a construction worker. He was making really, really, really good money, and he was paying for 2 kids. So it was crazy that they fabricated his rent because he used one of his family members and said that he lived with his family member and he had to pay XYZ amount of money for rent and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah,
So he basically never had to pay child support. And I'm not trying to be funny, but when I mean me and her are close, but when I talk to her, She said a lot of Latino women do that. They'll have the husband right there and they'll give the money right back. She said that's the hustle that they got. But let a black person try that shit. It won't work.
Hey, that what I was just saying. That what I was just saying about what was at the beginning. Everything that's going on, it's gonna be highlighted, right?
Yep.
It's gonna be highlighted
Yep.
cause we are the bad people, as they would say, right?
Oh,
We are the bad
oh,
people.
oh, oh, and I wanted to tell you, like a lot of those TikToks where you had them women talking about they got all this money from the welfare system and all that stuff. A lot of those stories, they actually found out that them women were lying and saying this stuff to get content. Because they said this one lady, she said that she was getting benefits, and she said I was just doing it for content, and they thought that I was for real. Somehow one of the social workers found out and they called her in, and she was like, no, I was only making it up. And she had to prove that it was fake money and everything. But they debunked a lot of them women talking about they get all this money and they living off the system because they're so stupid. They don't realize these folks is watching your social media, stupid.
Hmm. But the thing about it is, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that they say that, and there's a lot of people that doing what they said, what they said about. Oh, I'm living off the system. There's a whole lot of people that living off the system. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
it's a
saying?
lot of people that's doing it, but the ones that's putting the content out there, they're doing it for clicks and views, and then you get called in, and next thing you know, you see a video like this lady talking about, oh, I'm married, and she was saying I get this amount of money, and my husband. I mean, it was like if she was saying all this stuff, and then like I kept scrolling and scrolling, and like maybe like a week later, I finally found a new video, and she said, you guys, I was just doing that for content. I really do get benefits, but I was just making that up, and they called me in. They was gonna cut me off because they thought that I was working the system. And after that, I didn't see her up there no more because I had subscribed to her on TikTok to see what else she was gonna put. She ain't up there no more. She
Yeah.
got rid of that page.
See,
Like
I'm
they
like
not
this.
playing.
Hey, I'm like this right here. You can look at that either one or two ways, right? Yeah, we know most of the people that put stuff on social media is for clicks and views, right? We know that.
Yep.
We know some of the stuff people say is probably not real, right?
Yep. A lot of it.
Yeah. And then, but sometimes when a person says something and put it on social media, it hit home to a system which know that people are telling the truth. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes the system do not want that to be out. That they
Okay,
that they
what
get
about that
scammed.
black girl? What about that black woman that was on TikTok lying, talking about her husband was sleeping with her best friend and she was drunk on the thing in her wedding dress, crying and stuff, and everybody was coming down on him real bad. And come to find out, they both came up with that skit, and people literally believed it. They thought it was all real, and it was a skit.
Yeah, and sometimes on social media you gotta look at stuff. You gotta take it at you can take it at face value, or you can look at it as a skit. Cause most of the stuff I see, and if you feel, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I'm going to tell you this right here. If somebody filming something, it's more likely to skit. Cause who gonna pull out that video? I can see you videoing it for protection yourself, men and women. I can see that, and you try to out the person. But some things you could, some people are so idiotic and downfounded they can't decipher what's a skit, what's not. Right?
Well, nobody knew it was a skit. The way she did it, it didn't look like she was sitting there. I mean, like the tears were real, and I mean everything she was saying, and she was saying that he had called CPS on her and took her kids, and then he was playing along with it, like take that shit down, like he was really trying to make her stop telling. I mean, it was so well. It fooled so many people, and people are pissed because You know, like if I try to air you out on the internet and you like take that shit down, you ain't got no business putting my business out there like that, and you're really mad. People was like, oh, she done pissed him off, and so the friend get on there and start talking garbage too. So it was all a skit and it looked so real. And that's why people are real mad at her. They like really pissed off because they really believed it. And it wasn't that it looked like a production. It looked like she was literally drinking and crying and everything. She was drunk as hell. And they did that whole skit. I don't know how long it lasted, but I never commented and I just kept watching. And come to find out, I was like, I feel so sad for her. And come to find out, it was all a damn game.
Yeah, and I look at stuff like that, and that you gotta admit, that's some real good actors out there. You gotta
Yep,
admit it.
that shit
And
was good. It was It looked so real that so many people was doing content. I mean, it was content about them everywhere. To come to find out, it wasn't even real.
see, I don't see with me. If I look at something like that, I take it okay. It might be real, it might not be real, but I take the situation, what they talking about. See what I'm saying? And turn it into content, not them per se, right? And it was just one. I think it was on, I think on Facebook, whatever. This guy and this girl that was at their wedding. It had, what would you do if your bride invited her ex to the wedding? What would you do? And they was outside arguing. Okay, I see that everybody thought it was. Some people thought it was real. Some people thought it was a skit, which it was a skit. Come on, if a bride and groom were outside arguing outside the wedding, it'd be a whole lot of people out there, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
it'll be a whole lot of people. But they ask you the question, what would you do? That should
Yeah.
have let you know right there.
Hmm. See, I'm gonna ask that question. Would you invite your ex to your wedding?
Nope. What for?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Especially if you discussed it with the groom or the bride. No, I ain't invite my ex to no doggone wedding. see, 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 people take what the acting, what these people be doing on social media, they take it to their heart, but they not looking at to see what is being said, what is the message of that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because most majority of these skits are relationship skits, right? Some of them look real, some of them look fake, right? You take the message. What would you do if your boyfriend, husband, wife, girlfriend sleeping with your best friend? That what I get. That what I got out of it. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't even know, because you already know we're gonna do our research on that some kind of stuff like that. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's like some female said, "Oh, I slept with this my my baby daddy's." This woman came on and said her baby daddy got her mother pregnant, which is like it
Mm-hmm.
could it was like it could happen because the way some of these mothers look these days, right? But
Yeah,
I looked at
you got mothers that will literally sleep with their daughters' men
yeah,
because they want to feel young again. I mean, it's not far fetched. Now that
yeah,
I wouldn't put that past nobody because you got some scandalous ass mamas out there.
yeah. But but you gotta look at it at face value too. I look at okay. I like what you just said there. Okay, it's wrong for the baby daddy, a man to do that to his baby mama to go sleep with the mama. You see what I'm saying? And see, we can we talking about the situation, but we're not talking about the people in that situation because we don't know if it's a skit or was she for real, right? So you got to, like I said, you got to use your discernment how you talk about a situation, or especially coming from TikTok. You see what I'm saying? You got to take your you got to use your critical thinking. But do people can do critical thinking?
Hey, what do you think about that stud substitute teacher that got fired?
A stud substitute teacher got fired for what?
Okay, it's a school in Mississippi, and the girl she signed up to be a substitute teacher, and she got fired on her first day of work. So what she did was she went around with her camera and she started filming her day, and she saw this young girl, and she was like, damn, shorty. Hold on, let me find the words that she said. Hold on. It was crazy. It was so crazy. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, she was like, and what happened, she didn't get nobody's permission to film kids, because see, you got to be careful when you filming kids, because you don't know if one of those parents or some of those parents had ran away from a domestic relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like especially in a school setting, you should be filming in a school setting. See, and I'm like this right here. Like some stages recording the video. That if they was outside in public view, different story. You see what I'm saying? In public view, different story. On the public sidewalk,
Okay.
different story.
Her name, I think, is Maeda Broders. A 24-year-old substitute teacher was fired on her first day at Lake Cormorant High School in Mississippi after recording students in TikTok video. The video, which went viral, including her making comments about a student, which drew significant criticism online despite her claims of being unaware of the rules against recording students. The DeSanto County School District terminated her employment. The incident has sparked discussion the boundaries of educators using the use of social media. So what she did was she this is somebody else's video, or is this a news thing? She said something to the effect of saying that, like, she saw a little young girl and she was like, damn, shorty, or something like that. And she said, ooh, let me get up out this school. Them kids gonna take me down. And you know what take me down mean, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the words. Hold on. Yeah, she said because that's what her words said. She said she needed to get out of there before them kids take her down. But she tried to do a video and say she didn't mean it like that. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Okay, she said, damn, shorty, sheesh. And she started laughing. She said, man, I got to get up after these, get up out of here. These school kids trying to take me down. And that was sexual. And she tried to say that's not what she meant. But the way she had panned that camera on that little girl and said, damn, shorty, like she liked what she was looking at. And then she had a video with her feet up on top of the desk. And she said, well, I never, in the class, I was by myself in the class. So it was no kids. I don't know if I could share my screen. Hold on. How do you do that? Is that how you do it? No. Share screen. Hold on. Mississippi teacher. Is this the one? No, that's not the one. Hold on. Okay. Can you share my screen? Did you? Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. Yeah, so let me get back to that page.
I was on mute.
Okay, so look, yeah. This is the girl right here that she said her face is blurred out, where she was like, damn, shorty, sheesh, like she was looking at her, and the little girl was looking at her like, bitch, is you crazy? This is the stud teacher.
Yeah, I'm looking at it two ways right here. the words she used, right? It was inappropriate. I'm gonna say inappropriate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it another way too. I'm looking at it another way too. Okay, you film in school, which you know she probably. I'm gonna say she did, and she I ain't gonna say she did. She did not know, right? That she might have feel something that probably they were scared she might have feel something that they shouldn't have been doing too. You see what I'm saying? That's another reason they probably got rid of. Plus the way she said, "Damn, shorty," you know what I'm saying? So it's two ways to look at it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at both
Mm-hmm.
sides of it. Because think about it, you can go film it somewhere. People don't want you to film in there because it might be something going on that they don't want you to capture. But you don't supposed to be filming inside the school anyway, right?
You
And
see
I'm
it?
like, yeah, I see it. I see it. And it's crazy how things, filming, recording, things go in different environment. And sometimes people words get them in trouble. The words got her in trouble. But what else? What else? We'll see student filming inside catch a teacher saying off the wall stuff, haven't we? We've seen that in
Right.
classroom. So, and the school system, the school board covers this up, right? So,
Well, she didn't record. She didn't record anything like incriminating. But what
yeah,
got her in trouble is she uploaded what she wanted to upload on the video. It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
what they. It's like you. She edited it to what she wanted it to be. But what happened was the choice of words that she used is what
yeah,
really got her in
yeah,
trouble. And
yeah,
the way she looked at that young girl is what
yeah,
got her in trouble.
yeah, yeah. And let's see, it was something. Damn, I forgot. I forgot this. I wanted to get your opinion on this. I think it either North Carolina or South Carolina, right? One, two states. You know how California, Georgia released video cam of police interaction, what's really happened at while that body cam was on. You
Yeah.
know, one or two states they got a law. They cannot release the body cam video, even if even if a lawyer wanted to release,
Why?
because ain't no law require them to release it.
And what state?
I think it's either North Carolina or South Carolina,
And this what happened to the person?
and it was a police video, right? They ain't release. They can't release it because some law they got laws where they can release body cam video for the public to see it, right? And I'm thinking, how you gonna have just what I'm getting at? This is what I'm getting at with this that right there with what you just said. Schools, government. I don't care what part of government. Where you work at. How you gonna have transparency where you don't release nothing? How you gonna have transparency
But what happened? I don't understand.
now? This what I'm getting at. You know how news and other podcasts or twist stories and you don't see the video of what really happened, how the story get twisted because you don't see it, and then when you like let's take Massey up there with that
So if
up
it's
there.
incriminating, they don't want to release the body cam footage, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and even if it wasn't incriminating, if it shows a police officer in good light, they still wasn't gonna they still ain't gonna release it. You see what I'm saying? That's I'm like, how are you gonna have trust? How's a citizen of your state gonna have trust in you, and you supposed to believe what they say, but you don't see it for yourself? You feel what I'm saying? That's I don't care what state you're in. If a video comes out, if a video comes out, like that one, just like that one came like she put that on her social media page and said what she
Mm-hmm.
said.
Mm-hmm.
Just think if she didn't put it up there on her social media page, but they said she did this, she did that, and said this about that girl. What do we believe? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the trust issue with not releasing videos of and a full statement because I want it from both sides. Cause I'm going to tell people body cam footage can be edited too. I'm going to let them know that. I'm going to let people know that. You know that though, don't you? I forgot to call you. You knew.
That's okay.
You
You
know,
knew my sister, so I know what you're talking about.
yeah. So if that, see, anything that is video or recorded could be edited to a certain part where you wanted to fit your narrative.
And see, they can see where it's been edited because it'll have breaks in it. That's
Yeah.
the problem. And when you're live streaming, there's no breaks, there's no skips,
Mm-mm,
there's none of that.
mm-mm,
Um,
mm.
so if it's something that would incriminate somebody that they did something wrong, yeah, I can see them fighting not to release that footage.
Yeah. And I'm like this right here. What we had talked about tonight, what we talked about tonight is is all involves trust, right? It all involves trust and how we see me us. I'm going to put it us at 20s with the Wolf Pack. We look all sides. We look at all different sides of if it's a square. We look at all four sides of the square, right?
Hmm.
And this is just our opinion.
Yep. Our
It's just our
opinion on you. You can disagree with us. We don't have no problem with anybody that feels like we are wrong. We are okay with it. You have a right to your opinion. We have a right to our opinion.
yeah. And that's why we say go do your research. And I look at
But I'm
I don't know how.
always right though.
look, look, I'm going to say this. I'm always right too, because I'm
No,
always
you're
making
not.
somebody back. Yeah, I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah,
No,
I
you're
am.
not. No, you're not. No,
And
you're
take
not.
it
You're
for
not always right.
take for a female that always thinks she's right.
Yeah, a female that knows she's right, but and a brother that is all not always right. He's right some of the time, but I gotta train him a
Majority of
little
the
bit
time.
more.
Majority of the time.
I gotta train him. I gotta train him. Just
Yeah.
understand that.
But the thing is, I say what I want to say, and people ain't gonna like it.
And he be wrong. He be wrong too, y'all.
But people ain't gonna like it, cause
He be
sometimes the truth
arguing with
hurt.
us. He be arguing with us when he know he wrong. When he can't win, he be arguing with us. I just be busting up laughing.
But the thing is, I just see put away like we talked about back here. Two things can be right at the same time, right? And that's
Yeah,
what I
that's
told her
true.
about that.
Yeah.
And some people might say it my way, some people might say it her way. It ain't no
Mhm.
right or wrong. It ain't no right or wrong to it. It all up to
Right.
your discretion, how you
Right.
feel. See,
Yep.
but at the same, but we do come
But
to
I'm still
agreement.
right, y'all. But I'm
I'm still
still
right
right.
too, but I'm still right too.
See, y'all, this is how we are. This is how we are. We cannot talk to each other for like a month or so. And we'll get on the phone and just start laughing and talking like we ain't missed a beat. That's my
Mm,
brother. These is my brothers and my sisters. We are literally a family on here. Just because we get pop in and pop out, that don't mean nothing. We family. We talk on the back end.
yeah,
But yeah, he brings a lot of good topics to the table, things that make you think, and then some of the stuff that he bring, it's like, you mean to tell me that this person actually sat down with somebody and spewed this dumb stuff out their mouth and they really think that they right and educated? For real, you got people that stupid, and and,
yes, they are.
and then when you read it to us, we like, what?
Hey,
What?
y'all be wondering where I get this stuff from too, don't you?
I
Y'all be
think you
wondering
be
what.
going to the mental institutes and be talking to them people on the bus or something. Cause some of that stuff people be saying, and then this the part they give me, bro.
What?
They be talking all that talk and they be swearing that they educated. They swear that. And when you sit there and think about it, you like, they sound dumb as two doorknobs. And you know, doorknobs don't turn by themselves. That's dumb. Like that
Yeah.
girl, oh, it's easy for a man to get sex and this. You so educatedly stupid.
Hold on. I want to ask you this question. Okay. Uh, do you think it's right for people to put somebody in jail for putting memes on Facebook or somebody that got on a live?
Say what again? Do you think what?
A person should put in jail for putting meme on social media or somebody that died.
Do I think that somebody should go to jail for putting memes up on a person that passed away?
Yeah.
It depends on how that person passed away. It depends on the circumstances and the situation, because sometimes people have hit and different memes have different meanings,
Hmm.
and you got to be careful which meme they use. You know,
Yeah.
just because
Yeah.
it's a meme, you don't know what it actually means. Because you know, a lot of stuff we don't know what these memes actually mean. We
Yeah.
use them like we use the two hands together, and people think those are praying hands, but they're not praying hands. But people have turned them into praying hands. They mean something totally different. So it depends on how the person passed away, and then it depends on what that meme represents. So
Yeah.
it depends on the intent of that person as well. So I don't know.
I, I'll
I
tell you
don't
why I
think
said
it's
that.
funny. Go
I'll tell
ahead.
you why. I'll tell you why I said that. Right. This from the Intercept. Right. It said there's served prosecution of a man who posted a Charlie Kirk meme, meaning. I'm
Meme.
like, I mean, yeah, and posted trolling memes on Facebook thread about a visual for Kirk. Right. Okay. I know some people get upset. Right. I know some people get canceled for doing what they do about uh, 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 what happened to Charlie Kirk, right? Okay, but what is the audacity of people put me, Charlie Floyd, Ahmaud Aubrey, all these other people colored, and these folks put memes of them? You see what I'm saying? But people want to be uproar about this one. You feel what I'm
Okay,
saying? And
so
people
so
want to, and you want to put the man in jail for putting. Hey, it's
okay,
social
so
media. Go ahead.
so yeah, it's social media. So this is the thing. Definitely, I have not seen anybody put memes up about the black individuals, you know, that were killed. I have not seen that. So, but what I'm saying, the thing of it is this: the way that that man was taken out, and you're putting up memes. Like I said, those memes could mean different things. That was a violent way of a person leaving this earth. And sometimes you got to be careful because you could be inciting more
Mm-hmm.
violence to take place. You could put up a meme that means something to a certain group of people. We think it's nothing but a meme. But if I put up, it's like I say, if I put up this meme, then I need you to go and pow somebody. But other people looking at it like it's just a meme. But we don't know. We got some twisted people in society today. We got
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
sick, demented lunatics, and we don't know what his social media account was. We don't know who he's associated with. We don't know if him putting that meme up meant to go harm somebody else, or we don't know because
Yeah.
we're not. We just know the outcome of him being arrested. Now, let's say we say, oh, that's crazy. He shouldn't have been arrested. And then we dig deeper, or they allow us to dig deeper into it and come to find out that he probably is a part of some kind of anti-Christian group or anti-black group, and that meme means go out and do that to somebody else. We don't know. So that's why I try to be careful, saying, oh, that's dumb. I don't know. Just like, a lot of stuff that's been like, okay, for instance, that church, Marvin Winans, when he disrespected that lady about that
Mm-hmm.
money. They
Yeah.
made her do damage control. I know they did. I'm sorry, you can say whatever you want. They made her do damage control. And then on top of that, other people cheered around that pastor and sent him money. So whether she stepped in the wrong line or not, he could have just said, "Baby, I think you in the wrong line. You didn't have to chastise me and talk crazy to me."
Yeah.
So some of these people feel like they could just talk crazy to you
Mm-hmm.
and you're supposed to take it. So she was under pressure. This is my opinion. They made her do damage control with that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people are now saying, "Oh, he didn't mean nothing by it." Baby,
Yes, he
pay
did.
attention.
Yes, he
But I'm
did.
saying we got common sense. And
Yeah.
for those, preachers that are trying to say, "Oh, no, 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 no. I didn't say anything because I pray." No, you couldn't have prayed about it because that's not how you handle God's people.
Mm.
Period.
See, I'm gonna say this right here. I do not care. I care what kind of memes you put up, and people put up memes all the time, or different people, whatever, whatever. Do it. It depends on what else he posted on his Facebook page. See what I'm saying?
That's
All
what I'm
depends.
saying. We don't know the
Yeah,
society.
yeah,
We don't know if he
yeah,
had secret meetings. We don't know anything. And that meme could have meant something else, and they could have did a further investigation and withheld the information from the public, and it could have meant something very terrifying, and they caught him before the act was done. So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not
But
going to speak on that except for that.
I'm gonna say this right here. If that was the case, if they just put him in jail for that meme, it's crazy. You see what I'm saying? I don't care. People put up memes to be different things. People read it different ways, right? It's crazy. So so unless they had to found something else. I agree
That's
with
what
you
I'm
there.
saying. They had to have found something that was
Kinda-
so crazy
Yeah,
that they like,
disturbing.
oh, we're gonna lock this dude up because see, he's inciting somebody else getting harmed like that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this right here. If they didn't find that that's on his social media, he just did a quick meme post of that. Guess what? I don't think he should be locked up. You know what I'm saying? He should be locked up because that people don't did worse mean than that. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. And I was looking at and hold on, okay. Oh, speaking of pastor, right? Speaking of pastors, let's see what Pastor Brian been. He's it's it goes at hold on, see can I pull it up? Hold on, see can I pull it
You
up?
mean Jamal Bryant?
Yeah,
He's
and
an idiot. He's a total
yeah,
freaking idiot. That's
it
my
said,
opinion.
hey, it said Pastor Jamal Bryant swap tied for food dollars, a man snap cuts and job losses. Okay, hold on, don't you supposed to been doing that anyway? Don't you supposed to be doing that anyway? Don't you supposed to be? Why you gonna swap tithes for food donation among snap cuts and job losses? Don't you supposed to be collecting food for people in, in that neighborhood anyway?
Man, you know how that works. Them people ain't
I,
thinking about nobody.
hey, I had to come on. I had to come on. They try to make him look sounds good. It sounds good, don't it?
You know what? That's the same pastor that told black men to come to his church and he'll get them weed.
Mm,
Yeah, he told them they could join his church and he'll get them marijuana.
mm-mm. Hey, you know we were talking about drivers, right? You know we were talking about drivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
This happened in Indiana. Senseless. This spurred Atlanta Black Star. Senseless Indiana woman snaps after driver honks at her on a green light. Moments later, he's dead, and what she did next shocked everyone. I ain't look this story I just put. I haven't read it yet. I haven't looked at it. Authorities in Indiana said a road rage incident turned lethal when a 23-year-old woman shot a driver who honked at her when she didn't drive through a traffic light as soon as it turned green. Now, Deborah Benefield faces murder and criminal recklessness charges in connection with the death of 21-year-old Catrell Settles. Authorities say the fatal shooting happened on October 17th in Indianapolis. According to a public call affidavit obtained by the Indiana Star, police responded to a shot fired call in the city west side where they found Settles with a gunshot wound inside a gold 2006 Chevrolet Malibu. He was rushed to the local hospital with critical condition where we already know he passed away. The bullet had hit Settles his lung and heart before lodging in his chest. It hit your lungs and in your heart. Ain't that they could do. Ain't that they could do. Settles' girlfriend told investigators that Settles had picked her up earlier that afternoon to take her to her parents' house. They stopped at a red light behind a mint green Ford SUV driven by a woman. When the woman didn't start driving after the light turned green, Settles honked at her and then drove around her car. Okay, simple. Okay, just remind you that the light green. Okay, I go around you. Okay, there ain't no problem, right? Simple enough, right? Together, simple enough.
Yeah.
Then the SUV began following Settles' car, and the woman inside was yelling, screaming, and throwing her hands around while inside the vehicle. Court documents state when Settles attempted to turn on another street, the woman caught up with him and fired one shot. Fired one shot into his car, striking him in the chest. Settles' girlfriend immediately hopped into his lap and drove the rest of the way to her parents' home, where she called 911. She said the shooter simply drove away. It would take police using license plate readers to track down the shooter. It helped detectives locate the green SUV and its owner just a few days after the shooting. Investigators learned that Benefield was the owner's daughter. She told police that the gun she used was in a bag in her apartment. Cops found a 40 caliber Glock handgun in a purse, according to the court document. And Benford had no prior criminal history before the shooting and called the crime absolute senseless. We see a lot of road rage incidents in the city, yeah, blah, blah, blah. This just illustrates a complete senselessness over somebody blowing a horn and going around you.
You know what? They had another story that recently happened. I forgot it was recent, and the lady she was driving, and I don't know. I forgot what happened, and so she went around the driver. He drove on the side of her and shot her and killed her and kept going. They ended up catching him.
Yeah. See, I'm like this right here. If you get upset about somebody honking your horn and I can see you honking your horn, you might never be paying attention to the light changing green. They honk your horn just to get your attention. Okay. That's nothing to
Yeah.
get mad about. That's nothing to get mad about. It went
Some
on no
people don't
irritation.
like to be. Some people just don't need to be driving. You got some sick-minded people.
Hmm.
That's why I say when it comes to all these different things like driving and policing, excuse me, and all this stuff, I feel like they need to set up a simulation and and put these people up on monitors and things like that, and monitor their behavior, like if somebody cut them off, and see if they get like mad and want to pull out a weapon or something. And when I see that, you will never get a license. I will put you will never freaking get a license nationwide.
Yeah. And that is crazy. That is crazy. This work on but this country going to the hell in the handbasket right now. You know what I'm saying? And November 1st, when them steps gonna be cut off, sit back and watch what go on. Sit
I'm
back and
just
watch what
saying,
go on.
all these people that's getting thousands of dollars per month in food stamps and cash aid, I'm just saying, how in the hell is it that your ass get all this money and you ain't got shit to show for it?
Yeah, and
Since these food
yeah,
stamps is being cut off. So that tells me
you
that
fucking
you don't
off.
know how to manage. Yeah, you basically been screwing off your shit.
Yeah. See, uh, don't even read. Don't even.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's it's
Yeah.
it's really sad. Like the way these people act today, it's like when they said take discipline and accountability and don't say nothing to this person because you might hurt their feelings, all this dumb shit and letting a kid pass on to the next grade because you don't want to hurt their feelings and all that stuff, you have actually caused more harm because before that, when you used to honk your horn at a person, they'll lift their hand and say sorry. When you drive now, and I got this habit still, when somebody let me over, I roll my window down and I wave my hand, thank you, and they appreciate that. You let other people over, they get over like fuck you, thank you, like not even a thank you. Zero
Okay.
manners. They don't
Right
even
about
say
that.
thank you anymore. You
Right
know,
about that.
and and some guy the other day I was driving and he tried to do a slam on his brake on me. I had enough space. I went around him and looked at him like you ain't gonna get me, bastard, because I was driving too slow. First of
hmm
all, I was driving too slow for your ass to do that.
hmm I'm gonna say this right here, and we're gonna get ready to get out of here, right? And I'm gonna let you have the last word. The day, the night, what we talked about is self reflection. What we call it? You gotta use yourself. You gotta use your brain. You gotta use your brain. Self reflection. You gotta use your brain. You gotta use yourself, your critical thinking skills. We know some of y'all don't have them critical thinking skills. We know that. We know some of
Right.
y'all don't. But you guys try to use your critical thinking skill. Would I be wrong if I said that?
Good
Especially this
luck.
day and age?
Good luck.
Go ahead, sis. What you got to say?
Good luck. I'm just gonna say how some of these people today, they absolutely, the way everything, I don't care what side, I'm not claiming no side, but I'm saying some of these politicians, they have the most sickest, demonic, dark, ignorant ideas about how life should be, and they want to push those same things on American people, and they want us to fall in line. Like, for example, the transgender. You heard of Jeffree Star, right?
I probably have.
Jeffree Star is a guy that dresses up in makeup.
Oh.
He's a
Hmm.
white guy.
Yeah,
So,
okay, okay.
no, 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 no. So Jeffree Star, he's a part of that community, and he said, "I'm getting so sick and tired of this foolishness where men want to go into the bathroom where women are." He said that is totally unheard of. He said, "Why would you want to go into the bathroom where a woman is? That doesn't make any sense." He said, "I'm sick of this foolishness." He said, "And then you go and have a operation to change into a woman." He said, "Let me tell you something. When you pass away and they look at your bones, they gonna still say you were a male." I mean, he just like laid it out, but nobody wants to hear the rationality of anything that's going on today.
Yeah. And
So it's just
yep.
is everything is backwards. Right, the new way is right. The new wrong is right, and
This
the
is
new right
yeah.
is wrong.
Yeah. And that what I keep telling that what I keep saying about these people, these transgender. It don't matter. You could change to a woman, you could change to a man, but guess what? DNA gonna tell people what you really are. So it,
Wow.
it's still gonna tell you what you are. So it is what it is. You do what you want to do, but guess what? I'm still gonna be who I am. She gonna be still who she gonna together gonna be who she is. Guess what? We are who we are. And any final comment, shout out together. And when I give it a end it, don't go nowhere.
No, I just want to shout out my Wolfpack family, 20 East Nation, everybody that's connected to us. I just want to shout everybody out. Like we said before, and we're going to continue to say, everything that we say is alleged. Even our names is alleged. Even our names is alleged. So what I'm saying is, don't hold us to the fire. Do your own research on everything. No matter if we sound like we know exactly what we're talking about, we always encourage you to do your own research, period, point blank. That's all we're saying. Do your own. You don't have to believe nothing we say. Do your own research for your own self.
Yep. And if you're going to use our words, what we say that we said tonight, make sure you get it right. Don't cut it up. Don't chop it up. Don't do nothing. Don't edit it. Don't do nothing. You're going to use our words.
You are not allowed to use our content. You are not allowed to cut. You are not allowed to mix. You are not allowed to use my voice, his voice, or anybody else's voice without our written consent. And if you don't have it, I'm going to tell them to strike you every moment you can get.
Yeah. And I'm like this. It is what it is. You heard what she said. That's all it's going to be.
None of our content, none of our anything that belongs to the 28th Wolfpack Nation, don't use nothing.
It's only certain people that have permission to use our content, and they already know who they are. They already know who they are. They ain't got to call their name. But plus, they're going to ask me anyway, so. But like I always said, love and respect yourself, because when you love and respect yourself, you see through all the BS. Self-love is the best kind of love, because who can love you better than you love yourself? Some of y'all need to start loving yourself and respecting yourself. Peace. We out.
We moving through the city, 20 East on the map. From the courts to the streets, yeah, we never look back. Armando King got the crown, I'm holding it tight. Love and loyalty, staying true in the night. Sniper on the aim, got my sights on the goal. Relationships like games, but I'm holding my soul. You knew what it was from the jump, no disguise. Family like Mims, Beatty, got that fire in our eyes. We together, yeah, we rise, no falling apart. Sports in our veins, love deep in our hearts. 20 East family shining every night, living for the moment, keeping it right. From the basketball courts to the studio sessions, love and connection, our biggest obsessions. You do the deal.